and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saieed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Remember, we are live on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are live on YouTube, it's CT Real Talk. Viewers, search us up, like, share as we go live. So, Trinidad and Tobago, Chairman of the National Carnival Commission, Peter Kanhai, says the NCC feels vindicated given the overwhelming response to the Carnival 2026 product. He said consideration is now being given to making new initiative like the Flavor Village, a year-round offering with vendors reportedly seeing significant financial gain and patrons consistently showing up to partake in it. Listen to this.
The two villages, the John Cupid village, which is now located in the area commonly known as the Greens, which is west of the North Stand, that village is oversubscribed. In fact, on Friday night, the police had to briefly take control of the gate in order to have proper crowd control. But yes, I think the National Carnival Commission can feel very vindicated given the turnout at these venues every night.
So Trinidad and Tobago, at least something is being done good. But nevertheless, as we move on now to the PSA, the Public Service Association, PSA, is promising retirees that the union is nearing finalization of their 10% agreement. In a post on Facebook, PSA President Felicia Thomas announced, "We are now on way to signing off on a date on which your full arrears at 10% will be paid." Felicia Thomas said, "These discussions will be in the tandem with ongoing talks regarding and reminding of arrears owed to public servants following the December 2nd 10% agreement signed with the Chief Personnel Officer, the CPO. Pension benefits in the public service are directly linked to salary scale of the period in which a public officer served. Since the 10% increase covers the period 2014 to 2016 and 2017 to 2019, any public servant who retired during or after those years is entitled to a recalculation of their retirement benefit. Retirees are also eligible for back pay for the months they were still in active service during the 2014 to 2019 period. Negotiation on this specific issues was scheduled to resume in January 2026. So viewers, hopefully all goes well. Citizens of Trinidad and Tobago in the public service will be able to get their back pay. Hopefully pensions also. Moving away from that now, viewers. Traffic fines. Let's hear about this. The Motor Vehicle and Road Traffic Amendment Bill 2026 has been passed in the lower house on its third reading with 27 votes in favor and 11 against, bringing the government closure to easing the impact of stricter tariff fines introduced earlier this year. The amendment proposed for a 3 and 7 days grace period for a specific offense. Minister of Transport and Civil Aviation Eli Zakro stated that the amendment of the Motor Vehicle and the Road Traffic Bill aimed to divert from the penalty-driven system to a corrective approach.
Present, the existing legislative framework relies heavily on prosecution-based enforcement for a wide range of traffic offenses. That certificate serves as confirmation that the requirements of a fixed penalty warning have been met and results in a driver or owner being discharged from any further liability, thereby resolved without need for a fine, court proceedings, or further enforcement action.
Zuckerberg said the legislation reflects a balanced approach that recognizes not only the importance of road safety, but also ensures efficiency and fairness in the administration of justice. The system, he said, gives motorists warning from 18 violations and allow them to rectify them within 3 to 7 days of business days. Remember that, viewers, from 3 to 7 business days depends on the violation. Upon satisfactory verification, the driver will be issued a warrant of completion. He said, if there is a failure to remedy the defect or report within the time frame, the fixed penalty warning automatically converts into a fixed penalty notice. Listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago.
In those circumstances, the driver owner becomes liable to pay the prescribed fine just as if the fixed penalty notice had been issued in the first instance.
So Trinidad and Tobago, what he's saying is that if they get a ticket, right, you have within 3 days to 7 days to fix the ticket, to fix the defect that you were charged for. And I believe with fixing this defect now, you have to report to the station. You have to report to the station, let them know, well, hey, here what, I was given a warning to fix X, Y, and Z. You corrected X, Y, and Z. You carry it to the station, you show them it, and apparently they're going to dismiss the ticket. If not, after the 7 days, I believe you will have to pay. So now I find this kind of ridiculous. I find this kind of ridiculous. So what about if they give you a warning? If they give you a warning, they put a warning on the little device that they have, they put a warning stating that, hey, you was warned of what? A light, a windscreen, a wiper, whatever it is, right? You put a warning. And you give them 7 days from that date. Today is Monday the 19th. They give you a warning from Monday the 19th, January 2026, to 7 days. After that 7 days, if you are caught with that same defect, then I believe you should be charged for it. So giving people now a ticket and then going and fix it within 3 to 7 days and then going in the station now to rectify the problem and let the officer know, well, hey, I fixed the vehicle, you know, and then they are going to clear it on the system. Let me tell you something, that's madness. That is total madness. So what about if you don't have the amount of money now that you need to fix that? What's going to happen? What about if after the 7 days, you accumulate the money now to fix the problem? Remember, you're working, you're getting paid weekly, fortnightly, or monthly. What is going to happen? So I believe that this part of the amendment should go back to Parliament. Go back to Parliament, you're making no sense. Whoever came up with this, let me tell you something. So Trinidad and Tobago, hear this, hear this. After you go in the station, and you let them know that you fixed the problem, the police officer now has 24 hours to notify license office that the problem is fixed. So if that doesn't happen, what has taken place? What's going to take place? The people who come up with this amendment, let me tell you something. This is the most stupidest set of people. I say it on national television. You're duncy head. You all from our next country? Or you all from Trinidad? I understand you all want to fix it. To fix it. But you just make the system a little more hard for individuals. That is what you did. So you go tell me, today I got a ticket. Good? I got $2,000 ticket. Just stay in. God forbid, eh? I have 3 or 7 days to fix that problem. I'm working for a weekly or a fortnightly or a monthly salary. Let's say I do not have that money within the 3 to 7 days to fix the problem. What's going to happen with me? So if I cannot make up that money within the 7 days time, automatically on the 8th day, I have to pay a ticket. I don't have the money to fix the car. I had to park up the car. Now I had to go and pay a ticket now. Hey, let me tell you something now, boy. Is either Eli going senile or the people who came up with this going senile? They quite telling all you, this is the most stupidest, dotish thing we ever see. I seen it on national television. It's a set of madhouse people coming up with these things. Or they could come after me. I am telling you all are duncy head people coming up to penalize the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago with this madness. With this madness. Nevertheless, Eli said, the legislation reflects a balanced approach that recognizes not only the importance of road safety, but also ensures efficiency and fairness in administration of justice. How the hell that is efficiency? How? How come? How that is fairness? I want to tell Eli and the people in license office, not everybody works for $20,000 a month. It's sad to know these duncy head, knucklehead people coming up with amendments like these. It's stinking sad. He said, the system, he said, gives motorists warning for 18 violation and allows them to rectify within 3 to 7 days. Let me tell you something. All that penalizing the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. We just came out of 9 years of frustration and pressure with the demerit point system. But all I do no different. You all are penalizing me anyhow you take it. The minister also said that 2026 is about safety, not fines. There's where you start bad already. He said the increased fines are not money grab. How you call it? I would say a new revenue to generate money, a new tax scheme. He noted that in the long term, the government will generate less revenue if motorists comply with the law. Let me tell you something now, boy. Let me tell all you something now. If all you went to school, all you went to school when I didn't have a teacher. I can't say all you went to school August, because July, August, they have classes right through now. All you went to school when I didn't have a teacher. And that is what all you did. Trinidad and Tobago, listen to this last video.
The only persons who have to worry are those who break the law. This is not a revenue exercise. If this works as intended, the government will collect less. There will be less violations, less accidents. That's what we are doing.
Less accident? Less accident? Trinidad and Tobago, before I go off on this man, let me go for a break.
be right back.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Welcome to Real Talk Financing and Investment, a place where your loans are guaranteed and you're rewarded with up to 5% upfront interest on your deposit. Why wait when you can invest with us today and reap the benefits? Speak with a representative at our central branch at 238-6716, 231-6219, or 339-1670, or our south branch at 242-9944, 241-0543, or 339-1670. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Investment company just for you. For you. For you. For you.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to Real Talk viewers. So here is not Trinidad and Tobago. These ministers make me laugh, you know. Port of Spain, North, St. Anne's West, MP Stuart Young said, drivers were suffering badly under the increased penalties imposed on them, as he pleaded with the government to give them more time to fix defects. Young related the plight of a driver he had met in his constituency. He said, there are those out there who are suffering as a direct result of the policies this government implemented. Listen to this.
Pain within which he related the following story I'd like to share with all of my colleagues here this evening. Because it is important that when you are out of touch, suffering from hubris and in your ivory towers on the other side, you understand that there are those out there who are suffering as a direct result of the policies they have implemented.
I'll tell about he just now. The MP said a man he had spoken to may have been fined owing to rivalry at the taxi stand, plus alleged favorism by those issuing tickets. Young said, the PNM advocated for people to follow the law, but now the reality is very different. Listen to this.
And he related with tears in his eye that he had racked up $13,000 in tickets. And he said, Mr. Young, how can I run my vehicle as a taxi to feed my family because I'm not making ends meet as a security officer? And today, one of the points we're making that was completely missed by the member for Barataria Sawa, one thing he has become an expert at, as those on the other side, is being a spin doctor. and trying to spin reality.
So Trinidad and Tobago, Young, he said, nothing in his bill relates to fatal accident as government MPs had tried to portray, but it was in fact cleaning up a mess by providing periods of time to fix a defective vehicle. Now Trinidad and Tobago, all of a sudden Young cares. Young cares about the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago when coming to vehicle. All of a sudden he cares. When the former Works and Transport Minister and the License Office implemented the demerit point system, how many people in Trinidad and Tobago lost their permits because of the demerit point system? Back days, did Young really care about the taxi driver? Did Young care about the people who go in the market? Did Young care about the truck drivers? But today they're bumping the government parliament about their care. They implemented the merit point system. When you hit 12 points, that is it. Your license is suspended for a year, 2 years. I got a foolish ticket from a dotish police officer. Illegally overtaken on the left when the 2-lane is heading north. And I get 60 merit points for that. 60 merit point because a Dunsey Head police didn't know the difference when 2-lane heading north. You get a left and a right. He didn't know that. Big and stupid idiot. So now Young wants to play he care. I'll tell you something. In Parliament, they're singing for supper, you know. But every 30 days, their money show. Call a good night.
Good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead.
You know, I want to let our population know, you see why crime has escalated under PNM and always keep rising? Now, Kamala and them, after the state of emergency, everybody wants, this drop in murder rate. Everybody wants to be safe. Now, instead of continuing with this state of emergency, what they did is that they bring out zones of special operation.
Yes.
What is it they are going to do is to keep the criminals running, keep them moving.
Correct.
And when you flush them out, you have places where they would be trapped. You know the PNM, and you would have known in Parliament, they voted against it. Why is it the only criminal, and anytime they see the PNM, they're bringing out the race card. That they would be targeting race. If that is where the criminals are, it is known that the criminals are PNM supporters. We don't care about that. We want crime. Whoever support it is, let the police go and flush them out. And that is why Keith Christopher Rowley didn't want, when he said, the home invasion bill said that why one race must kill another race. Is if that was what he was pointing, you see the political will was not there. That is why you must stand up behind Kamala Prasad Bisesa. And when they are going out to analyze and all this thing, why they lost the Tobago election and lost the Trinidad election. So let me tell you this. One man caused that. One man caused that the elections to be lost both places. That is the same man that a former prime minister had described as have been vindictive, being malicious, and the minute you oppose him, he become a raging bill. But
yes.
That is the man that caused all the problems we are having today. You know, sir, that between the day that Trinidad won that election, the UNC, and to the day when they were sworn in, between that period of time, all the money was spent out. And that is what, and now the PNM so hypocritical to come out and swear if they care, they never care for 10 years. Why would they care now? Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Now, as I mentioned, the zone of speed in certain areas. Remember when Dr. Rowley was going to take $100 million and give the army to come out in hotspots? All remember that, Trinidad and Tobago? All remember that? I'll get it for you. I'll get it for you. Dr. Rowley was going to take $100 million and give it to the army so they could come out and stay in hotspot area. $100 million. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Said. Great program as usual. And these hooligans we have there, they can't do you nothing. When you see citizens pray for you and they bless you, and somebody standing up for them and at least making them comfortable and happy, although they are ticketed 10 tickets, 5, 6 tickets they get in and so on, but they know somebody standing up for them and will fight for them.
Yes,
They can't touch you, unlike those hooligans. Lying is a sin. Lying is a serious sin. They don't know that. They don't understand that. Since I growing up, my grandmother, mother, father, everybody tell me anywhere you go, they say a liar is a dangerous man, a dangerous person. And when you tell lies, a Calypsonian, when you tell lies, you're going to hell as soon as you die. A Calypsonian said that. I love that Calypso. These politicians, like Zako, look, just Friday night, I almost lose my life coming down the highway from a hooligan riding my, me you know where he come out from, riding the bumper of my vehicle, you know. You I tell you, lucky I put on my hazard light. I panicking now what to do because I can't go on the left lane, I on the outside lane, and I panicking. I don't know what to do. You know, man, this was frightful to me. Zako, how you go catch these criminals? When you have roadblock, you're catching nobody that don't have a license, don't have a insurance, you're catching nobody because social media, they send it out and they know where it's a roadblock. You have to have covert operation on the road, on marked vehicle patrolling and set up sting operation with marked vehicles in certain areas, Zako. So this whole thing about you're lying. Yes, I reject it. Don't forget that. It's going to reject you. It's about ticketing, nothing more about collecting revenue, ticketing the citizens. Look in St. Julian Village here, Petit Cafe Junction, that bar for years I'm talking about it on your program. Thank God for you. You know what? Last night, this morning, 3 o'clock, this hooligan at that bar blasting away music. Well, of course, Princeton police, they responded to nothing in the area. And they up and down the road blasting away music so the people feel they could put a spin on everything and tell us, oh, they deal with noise pollution. You deal with noise pollution, and Mr. Said, we are not fools. They deal with it. So the promoters and them will go to the 1% facilities like in Shagaramas and so on and have the carnival fest. That's what about that? That is all it is about. Else you would have deal with these hooligans with cars, the vehicles, and all of this kind of thing, and slap a $10,000 fine on them. But is the ordinary law-abiding citizen, poor ordinary citizen, you want to lick up. And I want Padarat to know, Padarat, you don't only play with Kamla fingernails and toenails, they call it pedicure, right? Also, and after washing she foot and kissing it, drying with your handkerchief, you tell she that she's senile also. You know what? Which she is right now. She's senile. Thank you, Mr. Said. Keep up the great work you're doing. God bless you and your staff.
Thank you, my friend. So now, viewers, Young, he also said, no one was saying break the law, but he is asking the government to give more time to drivers to get their vehicle complied. Look at.
Nobody is saying condone the breaking of the law. But as the member for Diego Martin Northeast pointed out, and one of our suggestions today, give more time if you want to pursue a bill like this, because it is difficult. It is difficult, and I am sure every member of parliament on this side has faced it, getting calls from constituents asking for help, monetary assistance, to be able to put their car in order because they have to drop children to school or they're trying to make a hustle.
So Trinidad and Tobago, all of a sudden they care. But you know what? They were in power and they're gone. They're in your position and look, Saeed's still here. Saeed's still here. But nevertheless, viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. Stay locked on. When we come back, Zone of Peace. Now we hear what that is about.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on a roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the blaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Welcome to Real Talk Financing and Investment, a place where your loans are guaranteed and you're rewarded with up to 5% upfront interest on your deposit. Why wait when you can invest with us today and reap the benefits? Speak with a representative at our central branch at 238-6716, 231-6219, or 339-1670, or our south branch at 242-9944, 241-0543, or 339-1670. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Investment company just for you. For you. For you. For you.
Welcome back.
So, Transabego, welcome back to Real Talk. The government is now looking to two independent senators to support the purpose zones of special operation bill after it was rejected by all opposition members of parliament present for the vote in the lower house on Friday. So nobody from the opposition voted for this bill. The bill will be debated in the upper house tomorrow, Tuesday. It requires a 3/5 majority to be passed. Listen to this.
All PNM MPs present voted against the bill, with the MPs for Trinity, Maloney and Laventille East both absent. The bill will be debated in the Senate on Tuesday in earnest and will pass with the support of 4 of the 9 presidential senators. At least one member of the House on Friday made it clear that the opposition PNM will lobby the president's senators to not lend the required support.
So, Transabego, that is Tuesday the 20th of January 2026 is going to be debated in the upper house. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Dr. Saeed.
Go right ahead, you're live.
All right, I am calling from a village called Esperanza Village, California in Trinidad.
Welcome, my friend.
And Mr. Saeed, one thing I want to let you know and let the people of Trinidad and Tobago know that whatever the government decision take concerning the raise of price for vehicles and this and that and the other thing, a lot of Trinidadians for 9 to 10 years take advantage of all the situation where the government of the day at that point in time was not paying attention to what is happening in the country. Now every single man, boy, girl, and even everybody else have to bat in the crease, and that is what they can't do. And I want to recommend, and I want to continue supporting the government on that instance, because in a place called Esperanza in Trinidad in California, it has some young boys, 18, 20, 19, I think, driving them B12 and B15 motor car, like if Esperanza is a racetrack. And when you talk to them, they want to fight you, and they're getting on real, you know what I mean. So I'm glad and I'm happy that they bring this legislation and let these people of Trinidad and Tobago bat in the crease, because they cannot bat in the crease. They like West Indies always losing. Thank you very much, and you have a wonderful and happy rest of the show.
Same to you, my friend. Now, I'll tell you something, We support it, you know. I support it. But the thing is, understand what I'm saying. There are persecutions behind it. Such as, if you get a ticket, and you can't fix your vehicle within 3 to 7 days because you don't have the money, at the end of the 7 days, you have to pay your ticket. You have to pay your ticket. That is prosecution. But I wonder if Eli understand that. I wonder if the individuals who brought up those amendments, I wonder what were they thinking. I wonder if their wife or girlfriend giving them trouble and they decide to punish the whole of Trinidad. It's sad. It's sad. It's really, really sad. Now, stay with the zone of peace. Sturge also rubbish claims that the government new crime-fighting tactics is another state of emergency. According to him, zone of special operation do not have the same sweeping powers as SOE. He explained that the police would now be able to lock down everyone in a hotspot, nor arrest whoever they want. Listen to this.
There are provisions in the bill which allow for areas within the zone to be the subject of a cordon for a maximum of 24 hours and for a curfew to be imposed within the cordon for a maximum of 72 hours. I repeat, the cordon and the curfew exists within the cordon and not the entirety of the zone declared.
So viewers, the minister added that operation would only target people and premises who are subject to reasonable suspicion. One more time.
Contrary to the patent nonsense being published by some PNM affiliated social media bloggers, not all persons within the zone or the cordon would be subject to arbitrary arrest, detention, or search of their persons or property. Where cordons and curfews are imposed, operations will be surgical and timely and would target only those persons and premises who are the subject of what we call in law reasonable suspicion, which is a safeguard.
Now viewers, he also strongly rejected claims that the bill would be used to target specific racial group. I don't know why it is. Trinidad and Tobago, I don't know why it is that we always using race. Why? Why it is this card always have to be plain? Are we that dumb and stupid in this country? Multi-ethnic group. Let me tell you something. The citizens born in this country, let me repeat that again. The citizens that were born in Trinidad and Tobago, are you hearing me? Are considered black. Or you're not white. I don't care how fair your Indian skin is. I don't care how fair your Douglas skin is. I don't care how fair your African skin is. You're black. From the time you say you are a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, you're black. And that is what we black people not getting in we head. You didn't born outside Trinidad and Tobago. You're born in Trinidad and Tobago. You're a black human being. As an Indian, and I telling the Indians that in Trinidad, you're a black human being. And I will tell the Africans who born in Trinidad, you're a black human being. And I will tell the Douglas who born in Trinidad, you're a black human being. Now I'm going to tell the Spanish who born in Trinidad, you're a black human being. I saying it. All I want to say something, slam it in my face. Because I, Saieed Ali, recognize I am a black human being. So every time in Parliament, it's always a race and a race and a race and a race. You ain't born in the US. You ain't born in a white man country. You're born in Trinidad and Tobago. You're a black human being. So stop the race. Tonight I'm telling the Indians who born in Trinidad, you're damn black. Lash out at me for it. And I will say it again. I'm telling the Africans that were born in Trinidad, you're damn black. And I will say it again. The Spanish born in Trinidad, you're damn black. You know why? You want to know why? This is a third world black country. This is not a white man country. And I'm proud to say it. So if the Indians and the Spanish and the Douglas and the Africans want to come outside, find out where you're born, and find out the type of country it is. It's not no German country. It's not no Canadian country. It's not no European country. It's not the United States. It's not Russia. Uneducated clowns. Stop the race talk. If you ain't stop it, you ain't learning. This, it gonna be hard like corrugated steel. It can't bend. You could still chip concrete. So let me start back this. He also strongly rejected claims that the bill would be used to target specific racial group. What is a specific racial group? We are Trinidadians. We are all bloody hell black. What the race in that come in? Tell me. Tell me, I want to hear. I want to know if I'm stupid. Let me tell you something about me. I speak it in 7 different languages. 6, my mistake. Arabic, Urdu, Sanskrit, Hebrew, Greek, and English. 6. I'm an accountant. I am the president of Real Talk Credit Union. I am the director for Real Talk Financing in Trinidad and in Guyana. We have Real Talk equipment. We have Real Talk security. We have Real Talk construction, Trinidad and Guyana. So I want to know now on television if I is a dummy. So those of you who are educated, who throw in the race talk, call in the program and tell me a lie. Be a man, be a woman. All I want to do race talk, call in the program and say, Saieed, you lie. Hey, all easy, you know. It's race and race. Who pushing the race? Why are you here in the race? You're here in the race in Parliament. Or let's start in Parliament. That is the difference. That is the difference. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but still locked on. Because we need a little bit of education to come out of the race talk. More when we return.
We'll be right back.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the blaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Welcome to Real Talk Financing and Investment, a place where your loans are guaranteed and you're rewarded with up to 5% upfront interest on your deposit. Why wait when you can invest with us today and reap the benefits? Speak with a representative at our central branch at 238-6716, 231-6219, or 339-1670, or our south branch at 242-9944, 241-0543, or 339-1670. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Investment company just for you. For you. For you. For you.
Welcome back.
So Trinidad and Tobago, I hope we understand. I hope we understand. It's too much of race and race and race. All always black people. All always black people. Boy. But nevertheless, I want to send a little shout out to Avinash. Avinash is in the US right now. He's always locked on to Real Talk. So I just want to give him a little big up tonight, viewers, and enjoy your vacation, bro. So viewers, we're going into education. Music is not just an extracurricular activity in which one takes pleasure in, but a powerful educational tool which is not only limited to students but adults as well. This, according to Minister of Education, Dr. Michael Dowlett. Listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago.
Music strengthens your ability to critically think, your cognitive abilities. It improves literacy and numeracy. It builds discipline and teamwork. And so, whether in the panyard or in the classroom, students learn patience, they learn collaboration, they learn leadership and resilience.
Minister Dowlett described this year's national panorama as historic as it's been held in South. Usually, it takes place in North Trinidad. Listen to this.
This matters. It matters because talent is not confined to any one region. And so today, the South is not on the margins of national culture. Today, Skinner Park and San Fernando is at the center of national culture.
So Trinidad and Tobago, 22 primary and secondary schools will compete in the 2026 National Schools Panorama Finals at Skinner Park, San Fernando. The competition that begins earlier today will include 12 primary schools and 10 secondary schools. So we want to wish the best to all the panelists that has taken place in this competition. So we're switching across to agriculture. The Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, Ravi Ratiram, revealed plans to increase training in agriculture in 2026. Speaking to the media on Monday, he said a number of programs will roll out in the coming months. Ratiram.
We are going to be launching a new training initiative within the Ministry of Agriculture by bringing the training in the various programs that has been traditionally offered by the ministry. But what we see is that we have the regional administrative, North regional administrative, South, the ETIS unit, which is the Extension Training Information Services Division within the Ministry of Agriculture, all doing small courses here, there and everywhere based on the requests. So what we have done is sort of bring all the different programs in addition to new technology in the agriculture sector under one umbrella, which is the new training initiative that we are working towards.
So viewers, the minister expects for thousands of citizens to participate in this program and note that no one would be left behind. Ratiram.
We have about 35 different training courses, whether it is dealing with the crop cultivation from basic land preparation, new technologies in agriculture, hydroponics, greenhouse farming, climate resilience farming, etc. Even in areas of aquaculture, livestock development, etc. We have a series of training programs that we're going to be offering, and these programs are actually going to be executed in all 8 counties across the country. So we don't want anyone to be left behind. We're anticipating approximately 20,000 participants during 2026.
Following the opening of a ceremony at the Artificial Insemination Training program last Thursday, the minister said programs like these will assist the country's food import bills. Listen to this, viewers.
Livestock is one of the protein that a lot of our citizens depend upon. So this is also going to help supplement that and see how best we can boost our livestock sector within the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries.
So what I want to see is that Mr. Ratiram invests in agriculture, because the agriculture in Trinidad and Tobago, it sucks. No ministry, no government is boosting the agriculture, and we want to see it grow, not just training programs. So Mr. Ratiram, if you could spend some money on that, that would be great. So Trinidad and Tobago, Wayne Surge, I am not afraid. Defense Minister Wayne Surge have stated that he is not afraid for his life after a man who was detained under the state of emergency SOE for a death threat to a government official was released earlier this month. Surge also confirmed that he was the government official under threat. Asked if he was fearful for his life, this is what he said.
I'm not afraid. We all die. We all will get that chance. And if you give me a choice between cancer and an assassination, I'll choose an assassination. So I'm not afraid.
However, Sturge said the matter is not over, as the suspect can be rearrested. Here it is.
That's a bit premature to say that he is not going to be charged. I don't know. What I can say is that a pre-action protocol letter was written, and it was acted upon merely hours before the tribunal gave a recommendation to not release him. So the tribunal, in essence, stated that he ought not to have been released. Additionally, the report in the Newsday, which suggested that there was no evidence in the first place, that has also been proven to be false.
So Trinidad and Tobago, however, Sturge supposed Bravo is not convincing. Former National Security Minister and former police officer Marvin Gonzalez, who believed the death threat was a hoax. Listen to this.
That alleged threat that the government spoke about and the TTPS, I don't believe it. I think it was a lie. It was a monstrous lie to mislead the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and a way of imposing a state of emergency as a crime tool as opposed to dealing with a specific national security threat. Because up to today, no one was charged.
Gonzalez, however, said that Sturge is fully aware that there was never any real threat against him, and that is why he is not afraid. During the SOE, Danny Guerrero was one of the 4 persons, included a police officer detained for alleged plotting to murder a government official. This is according to them, Trinidad and Tobago. But I believe Guerrero is released. I believe he's released now. So viewers, let me tell you something. We are out of time for tonight. We have a few seconds on our program. But there's one thing I want to say to Trinbagonians. I want you to understand something. Trinidad and Tobago is a third world country. We are not a white man's country. I want you to understand that. And the race, please cut it out. Please cut it out. Because we have Indian police officers shooting Indian bandit. A black police officer shooting a black individual who commit a crime. We also have African police officers who are shooting African bandits. A black police officer shooting a black bandit. This is not a white man's land. So the race talk that is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something. I am telling you on national television. You have to be a dumb idiot to push a race card. I tell you only that. Trinidad and Tobago, we are out of time for tonight, but another night, another show. Good night.